a well can run out of water? It's a question that's crossed the minds of many, especially those who rely on private wells for their water supply. Today, we aim to shed some light on this topic. We'll explore the concept of wells and aquifers and delve into the intriguing question: can wells actually run dry? We'll also discuss some telltale signs of a low water level in a well. So if you've ever been curious about how your well works and whether it could run out of water, this is the video for you. To understand if a well can run dry, we first need to comprehend what a well is and how it works. A well is essentially a man-made hole drilled into the earth to tap into an underground water source called an aquifer. Now, an aquifer isn't some mystical underground river, but rather a layer of permeable rock or sediment saturated with water. Picture a giant sponge soaked with water. When a well is drilled, it's like poking a straw into that sponge, drawing up water for use. But where does this water in the aquifer come from? It's primarily supplied by rainfall and melting snow that seeps into the ground. This process, known as recharge, replenishes the water in the aquifer, maintaining a balance between the water that's drawn out and the water that's put back in. However, the water level in a well isn't always constant. It fluctuates, influenced by factors such as rainfall and the rate of water usage. During periods of heavy rainfall, the water level can rise as the aquifer is recharged. Conversely, during severe droughts or periods of high water usage, the water level can drop. It's like using a sponge. If you squeeze it without giving it a chance to soak up more water, it will eventually run dry. This is why it's essential to use water sensibly, especially during droughts. And it's also why it's crucial to educate all household members about wise water usage. Because while modern wells are less likely to run dry, the possibility still exists if the water usage exceeds the rate of recharge. Now that we understand wells and aquifers, we can explore the question: can a well run out of water? The answer is yes, but it's not that simple. Just like a gas tank that can run empty if you don't fill it up, a well too can run dry. But the circumstances under which this happens are a bit more complex. You see, wells draw water from an underground layer of water-bearing permeable rock, soil, or sand, known as an aquifer. Aquifers are replenished by rain and snow, but during periods of severe drought, the water level in the well can drop as the aquifer's supply diminishes. So, yes, your well can indeed run dry if the drought is severe enough and lasts long enough. But that's not the only scenario. The depth of your well is another crucial factor. If your well isn't deep enough to begin with, it might not be reaching into the aquifer adequately. This could cause your well to run dry even in the absence of a drought. Now you might be wondering about the age of your well, and rightly so. Older wells were often not dug as deep as modern ones, making them more susceptible to running dry. Modern wells, on the other hand, are typically deeper and more efficient, and therefore less likely to run dry. So, while it's technically possible for a well to run out of water, it's more a matter of circumstances and well construction than a common occurrence. But how can you tell if your well is running low on water? There are several signs that your well might be running low on water. One of the first signs to watch out for is your pump. If it's working longer than usual or seems to be struggling, it's a clear indication that the water level in your well might be dropping. Another sign to keep an eye on is the quality of your water. If you notice any changes in the appearance, smell, or taste of your water, it could be a sign of a low water level. For example, if your water starts to develop a muddy or cloudy appearance, or if it has an unusual odor or taste, these could all be signs that your well is running low. In some cases, you might even notice a decrease in water pressure or a sputtering faucet. This could mean that the pump is pulling air, another sign that the water level in your well is decreasing. It's important to note that these signs don't necessarily mean that your well is about to run dry. However, they are indications that something might be amiss. If you observe any of these signs, it's always a good idea to call a professional. They can accurately diagnose the issue and suggest the right course of action. Being aware of these signs can help you prevent your well from running dry. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We started with an understanding of wells and aquifers, highlighting that well water is sourced from aquifers, not underground rivers. We then delved into the question of wells running dry. While it's possible for wells to run dry, particularly during severe droughts, modern wells are less likely to face this issue compared to their older counterparts. We also discussed the signs of a low water level, such as your pump working overtime or changes in the appearance, smell, or taste of your water. These signs should not be ignored, and professional help should be sought to diagnose and resolve any potential issues with the well. Throughout, we emphasized the importance of using water sensibly and educating all household members about well usage. Conservation is crucial not only to prevent your well from running dry, but also to ensure a sustainable future for our planet. We hope you found this video informative. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos like this one.